All right, so week 26 and week 27 update here in this video, and I won't keep it long. I'm feeling sassy today, so I need to just like contain myself and just do this and yeah, let those feelings go off to the side, I guess. But anyway, these last 2 weeks have been the last 2 weeks of my second trimester, which is insane to me. And tomorrow I'm 28 weeks, which is the start of the third trimester, which happened really slow and really fast at the same time. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's how I feel. Yeah, so I'll just chat a little bit about the last 2 weeks. There's not really a whole lot. I've been feeling a lot more tired these couple weeks. I think the baby has like a growth spurt or something. That's my philosophy with it, I guess. Because energy levels have been like they've been okay. But yeah, these last couple weeks it's been like noticeably way more fatigued. So that's pregnancy. That just happened. So I don't need to have a specific reason. We ended up putting our car seat and stroller together. So that's completely done and assembled. So that was surreal, like looking at that stuff and being like, sorry, I keep touching my hair. How annoying am I? Sorry. Looking at those things and being like, oh my gosh, our baby is going to be in there. Like, we are going to have a human that's going to be right in this little thing. What? And even at the chiropractor today, there's a woman there who had a baby who was 15 weeks old, and they were both getting adjusted. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm about to have a little baby like that. And that's about to be my life. Like, going in with your stroller and like have your baby. It's just surreal. It's crazy. I've been actually going into the yoga studio for classes, which I haven't really been doing a lot because of COVID, because of the studio I was going to and teaching at closed, and just all these things of life have happened. But I've been going to a new studio and it's been so great. So going in and having that discipline of going to a class and like having someone else guide me has been really, really nice, instead of just doing stuff, you know, at home on my own. So that's felt really, really good for me. I've been able to keep up and modify, and it just has felt really, really good. I've had a couple of those little episodes that I have probably mentioned in previous weeks, where I'm waking up in the middle of the night and not able to fall back asleep. And I think it's because I just have so much going on in my head. So when I wake up, I don't just go right back to sleep. My brain does not shut off, and I just think about all the different things in the world and in my life, and it just keeps me up for hours and hours and hours and hours. And that used to be the case, like, I feel like in my early 20s, maybe when anxiety was heightened, but I usually sleep like really well. And yeah, just all the thoughts and things happening and making me not able to sleep like for like 3, 4, 5 hours. It's not like I'm up for 30 minutes and then fall back asleep. It's been exhausting. So I think that's contributed a little bit to the fatigue, but that's not been fun, because you know, when your mind just it takes off, it can just not be good sometimes. Okay, anyway. Right now, grapes are my obsession. Cereal, that usually hits right. Still not having any crazy cravings, nothing that's like abnormal. Still just want fresh fruit, which I know sounds so annoying, like the healthy girl likes fresh fruit. Like, I really like it. I really enjoy it. But I also like my soy milk ice cream, okay, and cookies, and yeah. So, and I haven't got to the place where I'm so hungry that I have to just keep eating and eating and eating. Like, I haven't felt that. Sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm more hungry than I ever normally am, because I'm not usually hungry in the mornings. I've just been eating to like make sure I get something in right away. And then sometimes I'll go to sleep, or like when I'm going to bed, I'm like, dang, I'm starting to get hungry. And sometimes I'll get up and eat something. Sometimes I just sleep and wake up and eat then. But yeah, nothing like insane where I'm like, I can't stop eating. And I want that to happen. Like, I want to be like, yeah, let's do this. Now's the time, you know? So we'll see if that happens. Nesting mode is in full effect. It is in full effect. I am finding like little random projects, like a drawer that needs cleaned out, redoing some of the shelves back here the other day. I just get in these modes, which I did before pregnancy, but now it's like, it's just different, you know? And I'm trying to do certain things now that I would not really be able to do, or that I will not be prioritizing when the baby's here. Like, I'm not going to care about replacing the end table with something that I like more. Like, that's not going to be a priority. So I'm kind of just, I'm doing that now because I know that I'm not going to do it later. So basically working on that kind of stuff. We've been working on the nursery more, which will be in a video if I can get myself around to doing it when it's actually completed. But just doing that kind of stuff now, again, because I'm not going to feel like it later. I just think that getting some stuff now before I'm well into my 3rd trimester and very large and over it, and I'm not going to want to do projects. I mean, maybe, I don't know, some people go into full nesting mode at that point. I don't know how I'll be, so I'm just going to try to knock out some stuff now. So nursery just has like a few more things, and we basically have the big items we still need to get our glider and then a crib mattress. Those are like the 2 big things right now that I can think of, but we'll get around to it. So I've been mentioning Mama Natural as a podcast that I've been listening to, and that's not true. It's a book. I've been listening to it on audiobook, and this whole time I've been saying it's a podcast. She might have her own podcast. I don't know, but what I've been listening to is week by week and just like a lot of great information. It's her audiobook. It's the Mama Natural book that I've been listening to on Audible. So I keep saying podcast, and that's not right. It's a book. So I've just been listening to it, not reading it. So anyway, my bad for that. Another resource that I've been hearing about recently is Taking Cara Babies. And Cara is C-A-R-A. Pretty sure that's her name. It's just like a play on words. But I've heard several people recently talk about her, how she's been really helpful as far as like sleep training goes and stuff like that. We've been listening to Baby Wise as well on Audible. I've looked into her Instagram just a little bit, which I'll tag below, and I think that I'm really gonna jam with her. So we might do her online course. I think it's like $79, and she has a few different ones, I believe, but the one that we will do is the newborn one, obviously, and I think it's like 0 to 12 weeks or something like that. So we're probably gonna do that soon so that we can start watching it now, leading up to the babe getting here. So if you're interested, check her out. I'll tag it below. And other than that, I'm just feeling mentally exhausted right now. I mean, just being real, I think so many things are happening at once, and going through kind of the grieving process of what life is like now and what it's going to be, or anticipating what it's going to be, and not meaning that in a negative way at all, but you know, this is our first baby, so this is literally a complete life change. So I think I'm trying to appreciate life now while still being exciting for what life is going to be. And just things in the world and just a lot of different things I think are just taking a toll on me mentally today and kind of lately. So I'm just kind of working through that, and I know it's a lot of things happening at one time, and I'm sure this is a natural thing when you're about to have a baby. And the last year, more than a year, but in this year specifically, in 2021, life has changed so much for me as far as like kind of what I'm doing, what I was doing, the direction I'm going, in a sense, has just changed, and I've had to adapt, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I've already had to slowly adapt to changes, and the biggest change of all is about to happen, which I think has slowly progressed on purpose. That's my theory, to kind of get me ready for change and getting used to change. I don't know if any of this is making sense. My brain is like a million puzzle pieces like just scattered around the room right now. One day I'm like, oh, I've got it together. And actually, I don't feel that way a lot, but most days I'm like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? Anyway, just feeling kind of all over the place, mentally, emotionally, physically. A lot's going on. So I don't know what I'm really trying to say. I just need to give myself some grace to get through each day and taking a day at a time and centering myself, doing the things that ground me. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. I'm gonna close this up, and I'll be more interesting next time. But that's the last 2 weeks. That's it in a nutshell. So just bear with me. I'll show you my belly. I forgot to do that. Okay, I'm wearing this cute like romper thing because nothing fits. Even leggings are uncomfortable at this point. So found this at like Marshall's for like 10 bucks. We love it. So I can't like pull it up, but you can see the belly. Yep, look at that. I'll go against the white background so you can see better. Yeah, there you go. Definitely sticking out a lot more. It's like, am I pregnant? Yes, I am. So yeah, next video will be the 3rd trimester, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Okay, does that sound good? Okay, bye.